the Reload event. We've done one every year since the start of 2014. Well, 2014 was a half year, so we did our first one in 15. We did 15 through 2020. For those of you guys that have been to those events, they're really cool. It's because you get to meet all these faces that you see, all these friends that we're having fun, we're talking trash. It's cool. We live in this world. Some of you guys have done so many hours on these live streams. It's interesting to think about. It's like we're zoned into this little world that others aren't. And I think about that a lot, like with television or with live streams or with this metaverse that's coming along, or even video games with my kids. I was talking to Ippei. I think most of you guys know Ippei. Ippei was at my house this last week. We were talking, and it came up because Ippei is someone that masters things. So if it's like World of Warcraft, like when he was a kid in high school, he was like, dude, I played so much World of Warcraft, I became obsessed with it. Kind of like he is with his business now. He's a beast, guys. Like he comes over to my house and he locks himself in the room just as I do. And it's just head down from the moment he wakes up till whatever time we decide to check out. All right. And the same thing was true with him with his World of Warcraft addiction back in the day. But it gets you to think of how much of your life was given to something else, such as a video game or a television show. Like think about Game of Thrones. How many hours did you watch Game of Thrones? Or some of these movies that have sequel after sequel after sequel. It's like you spend so many hours in their world, right? You're not in your world. Everything on your side goes gray and you're zoned in here. Kids are doing this now, obviously with VR, where you see the kid, he's walking around, he's in a totally different space. I was able to do some VR the other day. It's incredible what it does. I thought I was on a roller coaster in the malls, and I actually thought I was on one. So it's insane, but it's true. When you get pulled into a world, you're in that world, which is why I keep telling you guys, look, if you want to be in the business world, you got to get sucked into the business world. You got to kind of be in your space and in this little zone, right? In order to be understanding of what's going on in that world. Really think about it like that for a second. When you're in the World of Warcraft world, you're playing a video game, you can talk the lingo. So I hear people all the time, I don't know what SEO means. I don't know what backlink, I don't know what it means, because you haven't lived in our world very long. And the same thing is true from worlds you came from. Okay, we all are in different worlds with these cell phones in your hand, right? A lot of us, we're in this zone right here. We're in the Facebook world. That's what they're all trying to do, is capture your attention, because then they can advertise, they can monetize you, right? But you guys need to understand the same thing. What worlds are you living in right now? Straight up, what worlds do you live in? Do you live in a television? Are you an NFL guy? Are you a LeBron James communist guy? What are you, right? But you're living in some zone, not just the Earth zone you're in right now. Dude, you guys are living in a video game, a cell phone, a television show, a movie, right? A docuseries, you name it. The metaverse coming down the pike here soon. We all are living in multiple worlds. If you don't understand that, and you're not understanding what it takes to be a strong entrepreneur, you have to spend a lot of time in the entrepreneur world. And that means communicating with your friends, right? That means going to these live events, right? That means being in this world with the nomenclature, the verbiage, the grammar that you don't ever know. But when you're in World of Warcraft, you know what a freaking a certain type of, I've never played it. You know what the certain kind of monster's name is, or the certain kind of gun, or like the thing you win. I don't know what they are, but someone that plays like Ippei does, right? So you have to get immersed into the world that you're going to be successful in. Could you imagine going into a video game like Fortnite for one day and thinking you're going to know where all the llamas are at, or all the freaking chests are at? You're not going to know this stuff. You don't know what a good gun is, a bad gun. You don't know what anything is. So it's the same thing here, is you have to become immersed in this if you want to be successful. It doesn't work in anything else you've ever done in life. You've never jumped into a new world and been like, I know everything. I'm good at all this stuff. Not a chance. Music, dance, video games, television. You're not going to know. You jump into a movie series halfway through, you don't know shit. You don't know the plot. You don't know what happened. That's what business is, guys. So you guys tuning in, you guys understanding this stuff is super important, and it's not going to come overnight. It takes some of us, me, okay, a lot longer to comprehend certain things to get good at games. But there's some of us, me, who won't quit. They just won't. Like, it's not in my nature to quit. So however long I got to get my ass kicked in the world that I'm playing in, business, video games, money, whatever. Okay, I gotta stay there as long as it's gonna take. And I wanna encourage you guys to start doing the same thing. Get the fuck out of the television. If you have a television, go put a gun right to it and shoot it right in the freaking middle. I swear to God. Turn it off, get rid of your cable. It's all programming. Every bit of it. And it's programming you to be a moron, like a complete idiot. Straight up. If you watch television, you're being programmed to be a fool. People behind it understand, just like Mark Zuckerberg understands, like, hey, Facebook numbers are going down. Let's change the name to Metaverse and try to get their attention back. Same thing here. It's like, hey, Dan, why don't you wear a freaking Santa hat and send an email out, because you haven't sent one out in like 2 years, and tell everyone to show up to your live stream so they can tune in for a minute and you can get some shit away, right? I understand. I don't try to bother you guys all the time with this because I want you guys to do it on your own will and your own merit. But Zuckerberg doesn't give a shit. Neither does any of these other TV stations. So if you guys don't understand this now, you probably should get rid of these things in your life because it's not serving you. You can bring them back at a later date once you hit your mark, once you hit your goal. But look, really be honest with yourself. How many places are you just wasting your freaking time in some other world that's literally programming you to think how you think? You have no idea. You have no idea how good they are. Every time you guys go to a web page, by the way, every single one of you, the information is different. Now, I'm not talking about like our lead gen sites. I'm talking about you go to a news site based on your browsing history, your data that's been collected and gathered and bought and sold a million freaking times. The news article you read and the news article I read are different. Okay? If you don't believe me, go Google dynamic news site technology and you'll see all the big dogs are using it. So when you go to a news site and a video plays differently for me than it might for you, understand it's a way that they funnel you and play to what they know you are liking. They keep you in their world. Okay? I know that's a lot for a lot of you guys, but I don't really give a shit anymore.